Hi everyone, and happy Pride Month. And this month we have been inundated with requests from people who want to know how to do Pride bows. Even the local pub beside us has requested us to make some bows for them for celebration, you know what I mean, and to hang out. And the thing about these bows, they're so inexpensive and they're actually quite easy to make. It's getting all the colours, so having all the colours available. So pick out the colours. I'll show you what colours I'm going to use, and what I want you to do is to measure out more than a yard of each shade. So how we measure a yard or a metre here at the school is hold the ribbon at one shoulder and stretch out the opposite arm across your chest and give yourself a little bit extra. So there we have a good yard of the green, and then we'll do the same with the pink. So hold the ribbon at one shoulder, stretch out your arm right across your chest, and then give yourself a little bit extra. And you needn't worry that some of these ribbons will be a little bit longer or shorter than the other. We can fix that up afterwards, okay? So decide on what colours you're going to use, and I have a selection here in front of me, and then what we'll do is we'll tidy them all up and we'll get them all together. So we'll just take this blue one up. So obviously with the rainbow you need red, so we have our red. And then our next colour is yellow, so we put our yellow and we match all the tops of them, red and yellow. And the next one is our pink, so there we catch in our pink. And our next one is our green. Now you can choose any shade. Would you prefer a darker shade, a brighter shade? Green. Our next shade is purple. There we go. Our next shade is orange. And our next shade is blue. So red and yellow and pink and green, purple and orange and blue. So there we have all the colours of the rainbow placed together. And you can go for more pastel shades. And if you like, you can just trim along the top there, that they're all the same length. And then you can go to the very, very bottom. And again, we can trim them, that they're similar lengths. So you can see some of them are a lot longer than others. But like when I'm measuring them out, I'm not fussy, okay? So there's all your colours. Now it's a good idea to have a spare string ready for tying up the bow. And it can be any shade. So I've just done a spare green one, okay? And off that green one, I'm going to tear a little narrow strip of ribbon. You can do this when you're making the bow, but for yourself starting off, it might be easier to have it done in advance. So just tear a very narrow strip off and leave it to the end. That's for tying the bow with, and that's to add in extra tails. Now, if you'd like extra tails, you know what I mean, you could always get an extra bit of blue or an extra bit of purple, or to be honest, any extra shades that you want. It's probably a bit much to have every colour, but you can if you want. So again, I'm just going to get the purple, the cerise pink, the blue and the green. The green is a little bit narrower, it doesn't matter, just because I've torn a strip off. And again, I'm going to cheat there and just measure the three of them the same. And we'll just leave them on the table. So, with the longer pieces of ribbon, so all 7 shades of the rainbow, what you're going to do is make a circle about 8 inches wide. And 8 inches is the width of an A4 page, okay? So 20 centimetres approximately. And I want you to wind it around till it's all gone. And the first thing people ask me is how many times? Just wrap it around till it's all gone. So basically I've made a circle 20 centimetres diameter approximately. Where the ribbons end, don't worry that we're a little bit uneven there, place them up near the top, okay? And you're going to fold the ribbon over in half. And where you fold the ribbon, you're going to crease it. Now this will be extremely thick, okay? So using an extremely sharp scissors, you're going to cut off a triangle. Now you will find it hard to cut because it's quite a lot of ribbon, okay? So make sure your scissors is really sharp and get into the habit of cutting away from yourself, because you'll be putting so much pressure on the scissors at this stage, we don't want anybody to take the top off their finger. So I kind of find I gnaw at it, that's what we say here in Dublin, gnaw at it, you know that way. And I often say to the students here at the school, it's like making a pair of knickers. You like cutting 2 legs out of the knickers and you're leaving a nice gusset there in the centre. So when you have that done, is you can open your bow and it's basically like a dicky bow shape, and it's quite narrow in the centre. Now this is where the extra tails will come in, and as I said, you can add in as many extra shades as you wish, but I've decided just to add in the 3 shades today, the pink, the blue and the green, and we're just going to add them kind of like horizontal there with your bow, holding it in the centre at the dicky bow shape. And then you can slide, we just get them kind of similar lengths, hold on, there we go, just even it around. And then the thinner piece of ribbon, which I tore off in advance, you're going to bring that across the centre of your bow, and you're going to tie a double knot at the back. Now what I normally do here is I use my stomach to support the ribbon while I tie that first knot. If there's somebody in the room with you, you could get them to tie the knot for you. Pull the knot in really, really tight, because you do have all that extra ribbon to catch in. You know, the 3 layers or the 3 tails that I added in. And that's why I don't recommend adding in all the extra tails, because it's very hard to catch that in really tight in the centre. A double knot, and that's your bow, and it's ready to open out. Now, because you have 7 colours, you will have what we call 7 tails. You'll have 7 tails at the beginning, and you'll also have 7 tails at the end. So if you like, you can kind of fold them over, and you can do like little dove kind of tail, little cut up into them, and there is another 7 of them there on the inside. So I'll just kind of pull them out there, fold it over, and we can do kind of similar to that as well. You see that you get that shape there. So now we're ready to open out the bow. Now when you're opening out the bow, sometimes you find it easier if you dampen the top of your fingers, whether if you have a bowl of water beside you that you can dip your fingers into. Dude's just passing it over to me here. Or, as I often do in the class, is I lick the top of my finger. During COVID, you're not supposed to do that. So, what you're going to do, wet fingers, pull out the inside loop, which happens to be a tail, and pull it to yourself. Second colour, pull it to yourself. Third colour, pull it to yourself. So work in 3s. The next one, pull it in your direction. The next one in your direction. And the next one in your direction. So there's 3 of them gone to you. Now I'm going to pull the next 3 in my direction. I've only got 1 of the tails left, so now I'm moving on to loops. So here's a loop, and I'm pulling it to me. Here's another loop, and I'm pulling it to me again. So that's 3. Now I'm going to, the next 3 are going to go in your direction. So we have a pink one, and we'll twist it to you. A green one, we'll twist it to you. A purple one, we'll twist it to you. So that's 3 in your direction. Now we're back to my direction. So the next colour is orange, it's to me, and the blue, we'll just leave it. So that's how you're opening out your loops. Now we're going to do the exact same thing on the opposite side, okay? So we'll pull out the first one, and we'll twist it to me. We'll pull out the second one, we'll twist it to me. The third one, we'll twist it to me. The first one, the next one, we'll twist it to you. The second one, twist it to you. The third one, we'll twist it to you. Back to me. The next one, twist it to me. The next one, twist it to me. The next one, twist it to me. We're back to you. The next one, twist it to you. The next one, twist it to you. The next one, twist it to you. And then the last one, do what you like. And that's how you get your loops all going, you see, in the different directions. And we have our tails there at the end. You can see there's all our little tails, where a little dovetail, little cut on it. Now, the extra ribbons that I added into the back of the bow, what I like to do with these is tear them all real thin. So just using the top of your fingers, your nails there, is just rip your fingers down them, and you see where you get all them little tails. And then the other half, we'll do exactly the same thing. So again, tops of my fingers, just shredding the ribbon down. You can start at the bottom if you prefer. And again, you see the way you get like lots of them little tails. I don't know how I have that one. Oh, that's the one I tied it with, so we'll just cut that a bit shorter. And another thing that you can do is, if you like, you can curl the tails. So using the blade of your scissors, you can run the blade along the ribbon, you see, just to give it a little bit of a curl. Do you see, like that there? Or if you do it lighter, if you stretch the ribbon a little bit lighter, you give more what we call like a little body wave. So that's a lovely little bow there. If you're having a pride party, or just to catch the public's attention, as I said, our local pub wants lots of these bows for hanging outside, maybe on your gate, maybe on your hall door, on your knocker, just as a little bit of support. Get involved, go out and make yourself your own pride bow. And don't forget and post it up in our Flary Fun group, we'd love to see it. So best of luck, and hope you enjoy that.